example, we had in the last 25th, in the 26th Gill government, the current government, we had stipulated coast leaders' money to increase from 50,000 to 70,000. However, coast leaders were paid the same 50,000. That shows why Girasis have limited power. That's why I'm here today. That if given the Gill presidential power, I can use my power.
Wabaddewo okuvuganya okw'amaanyi mu Mubs nga balondako ani anaabiragiro di pulezidenti waabwe ow'omwaka guno. Munnakibiina kya NUP yabadde asinze okuteekawo okuvuganya okw'amaanyi ne munna DP, naye ng'olwaleero lwe lunaku lwe basalawo ani anaabeeragiro di pulezidenti, era nga munnakibiina kya NUP abadde amaanyi akyataddewo mangi nnyo, nga buli muntu amutaddeko amaaso bagamba nti ayinza okuwangula akalulu kano n'abeeragiro di pulezidenti wa Mubs. Ebiseera ebisinga yunivasite ez'enjawulo zizze zironda bannakibiina ki National Unity Platform olw'obwesigwa bwe balina mu National Unity Platform okuviira ddala ku mukulembeze Kyagulanyi Robert Ssentamu. Ogenda okulaba nti abantu abatambulira mu layini eyo eya National Unity Platform abantu babakkiririzaamu era ne babateekamu obwesige. Nabwe gutyo omwami ono abadde ataddewo okuvuganya okw'amaanyi ennyo, era katusuubire nti gye binaggweera akalulu kano anaakawuuta buva. Haji Setuba omusomi w'eddwa gwe tutambula naye nkujjukiza nti bw'okubira ku Haji Setuba agenda kusomera ku ddwa ze tezigenda kukuleka kyekimu, kubanga n'abo bazisomeddeko bamuweera obujulizi. Gwe gw'atannaba kusomera ku ddwa ze osobola omufuna ku ssimu eri 0703 31 39 25. N'akusomera ku ddwa ze naawe ojja kuvaawo ng'okkiriza nti wamma ddala zikola.
Allow me put this clearly. A leader is a different from a politician. A leader stipulates his issues, articulates his issues, basing on the challenges that students or that people are facing on ground, gets the solution, gets the problem, gets the solution, and gets various strategies on how they can use to implement, to tackle such problems. However, a politician can be for self-benefit, for selfish interest, maybe for the targeted goals that they want in life. A leader is much different from a politician. However, not so to a larger extent. I am not a politician, but I'm a leader. That's why I went in the DRC out. I was voted for the second time unopposed because of my leadership skills, because of what I've done to my class. That's why I'm here to extend my service in the 27th Gill government.
Thank you very much, everyone. You understand very well. Leadership without succession is failure. So since you have been serving for 2 terms in the GRC house, and I'm sure there's something that triggered you to motivate you to go into the higher position. So what impact as a leader did you leave for your class and for the GRC house? Secondly, you said about the constitution of Mubs, and you happen to be one of the people who used to sit in the same house. So what is your impact in light of that?
Accusation. My statement was very clear. I have not accused the Minister of Constitutional Affairs of anything. You get me right? It wasn't an accusation. I was simply explaining the hierarchy on which ground, on which policies are put in place to be amended, on which the Constitution is amended in the House. It wasn't an accusation, my dear. Secondly, you said leadership without succession is a failure. Well, I came in the 25th KRC House. I won with a margin of 4 votes. For the second time, I came to my class, the human resource here too. I asked for them, is anyone willing to replace me? They all endorsed me unopposed. They went and picked for me nomination forms and signed on it. I went unopposed in the 27th government. It wasn't for my own self-interest, first of all. It was the students' voice, the students' need, what the students desire. It wasn't for such selfish interest. I'm a very selfless leader.
Thank you very much. We do hope it's about to another benefit.
from Nup to any other party, which would you choose? And if you did, why would you choose that particular party?
Well, in the Ugandan Constitution 1995, Article 29 stipulates that a citizen of Uganda has a right, a freedom of expression, a freedom to speech, a freedom of association, and a freedom to choose whatever political party he wishes to be in. Therefore, I will still remain in Nup because of its fundamental decency, because of its core values, because of its principles, because that's where I find hope, that's where I find peace, and that's what suits my career development, my futuristic leadership skills, what I tend to be in the future.
If you had the opportunity to change camps, would you? And if you would, camp would you join and why?
With is that being in NRM, I look at NRM as a party that has a vision, given the fact that we have been in power for over 30 years. It doesn't happen by coincidence. I want to bring this to your attention that I can never leave a party with a vision to be diverted somewhere. I'm comfortable where I am. Maybe what I can do, if I'm asked to join, I can convince the others to join.
Okay, thank you very much. And which one would you choose and why?
I am here because I choose to be here. I am here because of the fundamental values that the chapter holds. I am here because of the confidence I have with the experience of leadership in Makerere University Business School that the values that my chapter holds are the values of the students. The values of the chapter are those values that represent students' interests. You can get into it. The chapter has longest members as guild presidents. Why? It's simple. The values that the chapter represents are values that represent students' interests. I personally would stay here and I will not move anywhere else.
Okay, just a follow-up question to you. You say that the reason as to why the university has had the longest serving guild president coming from UID.
Yes.
With the recent trend of politics within the university, there's been a complaint and exhaustion on the ideologies that UID stands for. There has been depopularization of UID and people feel like we are tired and there is need for a transition to different hopes. What is your perspective about this particular?
Every person holds personal ideas and personal reasons why they live in a particular place. I have no comment about that. Thank you. Decision-making body. Please answer that again. Answer that again. I wanted to. What is the topmost decision-making body of this institution? While we get into the policy
I want to ask each one of you to do a background check on the institution you intend to lead. All of you failed the simple questions. Okay? Do a background check on the institution you intend to lead. Let's get into the policy bit. Each one of you mentioned academics as being a core. And we all know there is only one hindrance to any student not graduating in time. Let me not say only one. One academic hindrance, and that is the retake. Okay? I would need each one of you to mention at least one major strategy they have in the direction of combating the retake levels in the institution. Amanya Moses, shoot first. Thank you so much. The only way to combat retakes is follow-up. When you have follow-up policies, ask me how. When you look at people who have retakes, it's not that they have these retakes because they want. I can give you a scenario. We had procurement year 1. They were supposed to be having an online paper for business law from 2 to 3. Mubs goes down. Later on in the day, they communicated that it was to be rescheduled from 7 to 8. Guess what happened? Most of the hostels' power had gone, and people didn't get effective communication. And I want to tell you that when you don't do coursework, you get an automatic retake if you miss coursework. So I want to tell you that these retakes are not that people have not read, they don't mind about academics, but a few challenges that can always be handled lead to people falling victim of retake issues. And I want to tell you, unless there is a clear policy of follow-up, that's when we wish. Unless there is a follow-up, we can never do what? We can never do away with retakes.
The consequence of retakes invites the idea of recess, especially for the third year. First, would you grant recess if you had a chance? Oh no. That one you can answer in 5 seconds. Just, is it a yes or no? If you had a chance, would you?
I'll grant remedial tests instead of recess. Sign that they graduate in time. Like BSA year 3 have been granted in accounting 3, and trust me, they're going to do the report.
Okay. I do not need a lot of explanation to understand that your answer is a no. You wouldn't grant recess. But still in the same line, about the remedial tests and all that, lecturers are paid according to the time they participate. Okay? While you encourage all this, what method do you have in aiding the administration to have enough resources to see that the administration can administer the remedial tests you are talking about without having to incur extra costs? So if they have to incur, from what resource envelope?
Thank you, Mr. Joseph. First of all, Makerere University Business School is a government institute. The government every financial year have a budget for various institutions, and budgets are allocated to all these universities. Yes, in my capacity as a guild president, I have powers to lobby for financial assistance in some organizations to make sure that we implement this. You are talking of lecturers being paid on the time they work here. This is a government institution. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to bring to you this clearly. First of all, getting a take is not an issue. People get take for various reasons. Some of us...
Allow me to cut you short because I think you've answered the question that I asked. The way you made it is not necessary. I love the concept you brought in. You would label for other institutions to put in their money. In other words, to fund government. That's what you just said. Being a government institution, you would lobby for other institutions to fund.
been corrected. You said you'd label for government to fund the institution. You're still saying no? So it's not private, it's not government. No, let's not go there because it will confuse you so much. Speaking of finances, what happened? What is the non-wage fund government allocates? You strongly mentioned that government funds the government gives to Mackay University Business School to run its operation.
Well, every financial year has its own budget that is allocated, and it varies. It depends on the financial year. It depends on the economic status. It depends on the rate of inflation in the country. And so, if the country is undergoing what we call hyperinflation, you cannot expect the government to fund much money to the institution. But if we have what we call moderate inflation, well, and the government, therefore, my answer is it depends. It varies in the academic, the financial year that the government operates in. The gross domestic product, what we call GDP, or economy.
I am going to cut you short again. Stuart Chopri, you have a lot of political sense in your statements, but the economic sense is lacking. You are struggling a lot with those statements. But yes, I love the fact that you feel like the institution should be funded. Let's pass that microphone to Amanya Moses. Rachel was asking about, you strongly spoke well about the party with which you affiliate, which happens to be in power for the time you have mentioned. And we thank God for whatever it is that you're grateful for. I want to understand, why do public institutions like Mackay University still have ramshackle structures? Do you intend to do anything about it?
Yes, of course I do.
Because I want to first reverse this and try to tell you one of the track records this institution had. Today, the managing director, Stanbic Bank, has been a student of this institution. Today, the Speaker of Parliament has institution. Today, a number of government officials have gone through the gates of this institution. Why exactly are we still having a very minimal resource envelope? First answer the why, and then tell me what you need to do about it.
I want to first tell you that where Mubs is today is not where it used to be 20 years ago. Mr. Joseph, you will agree with me that for the time Mubs has been here, there are changes that have occurred. There is transformation. The way it was in 2006 is not the way it was in 2013, and it's not the way it is today. I want to tell you that having come, when I get into power, I will use my own capacity as a guild president, subscribing to NRM as a party, lobby for my institution, to reach the voice out there. Because I believe these people need us, and we need them. I'll make sure that I use the
what are the problems that is not making a lecturer to come and lecture? What are those technical issues with Mubs? After identifying such challenges and such problems, we engage the administration on negotiations. If at all students have not done
Just to cut it short a bit, you've been GRC on two serving government. Don't you think by now you'd already have established what these challenges are?
Well, my hands were tied. I'm not a guild president. I was just a mere guest. I had limited powers to implement some of my policies. However, I had a voice. The GRC has limited powers instituted in the Nup Constitution. GRCs have limited powers as stipulated in the book Constitution amended 2023. Compared to guild presidents, they have over 6 powers. That's why I'm here. If given such powers, the guild president, I can have an overall and oversee role to make sure that some of the policies come and they pass through, they are implemented.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we'll give Honorable David to answer that question. Okay, I appreciate very much the moderators that have been able to make this their success, and appreciation to the Electoral Society and to Electoral Commission for mandating us here today. Without further ado, allow me to welcome the Chairperson Electoral Commission to take over. Thank you. Big up, big up.
President!